Okay, my name is Dustin Betts. I'm the Community and Content Manager at the Founder Institute, and I'm here with Menon, the founder and CEO of Anoma Cosmetics. It is a startup creating safe, quality, and personalized beauty products for consumers through a multifaceted online marketplace. Prior to founding Anoma, Sai previously worked as a business analyst and a software developer. Sai Menon, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a great,
Yeah.
yeah.
So before we dive right into your startup, Anoma Cosmetics, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and specifically, like, what were the experiences, they could be personal or professional, that led you to founding Anoma?
Absolutely. So I'm an Indian, but I grew up in Oman, and then I did my undergrad there in computer science engineering, and then I moved to Kansas, US, for my master's, again in computer science. So I've been all over the place. And in terms of beauty, although I've always been inclined towards education because of my Indian background, engineering was part and parcel of who I am. But beauty was something that was like my passion. I grew up always using makeup products, skincare products, watching my mom use the products. So that was part of me, and I've always dreamt of kind of integrating the two different industries and creating a career for me. But eventually, that happened to be Anoma.
Awesome. And now I've read that, Anoma Cosmetics flagship product, Skin Splash, was created to simplify routine, provides transparency so that you can understand your skin needs and how every ingredient goes into it. But let's hear it straight from you, the founder. Please give us just your short pitch on what is Anoma Cosmetics.
Yeah, absolutely. So Anoma stemmed from issue that I had a while back, which was so when I was going for my marriage, I'm a regular at Sephora. So right before going for my wedding, I had gone to Sephora, tried to buy certain products, and it was a huge pain. I had to go to multiple different Sephora, couldn't get the colors of eyeshadow I wanted or the lipstick that I wanted. And even if I did, I ended up spending like $300 for something that was remotely close to what I was looking for. And they are not safe products, they all contain chemicals. So it was a huge pain, and that was where the idea stemmed, because I was like, there are so many brands at Sephora. Why is there a problem? Why can't I find the right products that is right for me? And that led me to do market research. And then I found my co-founder, Anjana, who was my friend from a really long time in Kansas, who also shared the same pain point. We had always connected through this factor, and then we started Anuma Cosmetics together. So that's how our first product is going to be Skin Splash, which is a skincare made made skincare made easy. The whole idea of Skin Splash is, I always find it very overwhelming to be able to find the right skin product for me, which is right for my skin tone, my skin needs. So yeah, Skin Splash simplifies it by giving consumers exactly what they're looking for based on their requirements. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to ask you, I guess I want to get towards like the kind of cosmetics industry, but so you've written on Anoma's website where you kind of give a brief background about yourself and your team on the Learn More page. That quote, "I want to be part of a community where expression isn't dictated by race, gender, or sexuality, but simply by our desire to express it freely." And I guess that's sort of, I really liked that. And I guess it's leading me to my next question, kind of about the mission, which is like, where do you see personalization, direct to consumer in beauty and cosmetics? It seems to be a kind of trend, I guess, from somebody, a man like me. I'm kind of outside it, but it seems like direct to consumer, and yeah, this personalization. what's going on with that stuff in the beauty industry, and what role can Anoma play maybe in helping bring that forward?
Destin, you said it exactly what you just said, that being a man, I'm completely out of it. I feel like beauty or makeup has been so gender defined at this point, which is not the case. So a man finds it really embarrassing to be able to use makeup. Like, he's hesitant. And I've spoken to multiple of my male friends who like makeup and wants to use it, but is scared of the society or what people would judge them based on, what they use. So that's exactly what Anoma is trying to change. Beauty is not gender defined, and we don't need to make it so. That's why, if you notice on our website, it's always going to be people. We are a people driven company, and it's going to be for people. So every product, whether it's personalized, the reason for personalization is everyone's requirements, needs in terms of beauty is very personal. And that's exactly where, in the future, personalization is what's going to happen. And direct to consumers, another aspect of every industry. I think malls are going to be obsolete soon. There would be malls, but it would be more experience driven, where
Mhm.
consumers want to come to a mall to have an experience, whether it's like, for example, how Starbucks did. It should be something beyond just the products, because in this day and age, you get the products right outside your door by just one click. So to make me come to a mall, you have to give me something beyond just the product. So it has to be experience driven. So I think that's where we are headed in the future.
Yeah, I think that seems right to me. Definitely about the experience piece and how it complements like a direct to consumer brand, that it has to have kind of something more for the physical store. And so that's great because like you can build a direct to consumer business. You build the online first, and then you can maybe have a retail store at some point in the future, or maybe not. So yeah.
Absolutely. That is what we're looking for. We want to be able to create stores. Maybe we'll start with pop-ups to kind of get the feel of what consumers want, and we want to be able to have our consumers throughout our journey. So they keep telling us what they want. Even now, with our Skin Splash, we're constantly in touch with our customers, asking them what exactly are they looking for, what is missing in their beauty journey, or what kind of assistance can we give them. And we want to be able to educate them in a way that they need. So that's our constant mission and vision for Anoma.
Awesome. So this question is kind of a turn. I mean, what are some of the biggest challenges that you've faced as a founder? And here specifically, I mean, you can address any kind of challenge, but I mean, I think we would be interested, our listeners would be interested to hear about, the challenges that you faced within beauty and cosmetics, but also specifically being a female founder, or as an immigrant building this business in the United States. Yeah, what are some of the big challenges you've faced, and yeah, how have you gone about trying to overcome them?
um there was so many questions in that.
Yeah, sorry. Feel free
Oh
to
no,
answer
that's
any part, any challenge.
fine. Oh no, that's fine. So in terms of being an immigrant, that I don't think is just referring to being a founder. In general, it's an employee. So even if I have to be able to work for a company, it's challenging because we have to fight through the visa issues and all of that. So that I'd faced right before I started Anoma. I had challenges finding my working status for a company, which led me to not be able to work for about a year. And that gave me the courage to do something, because I was like, I can't legally work, so I might as well work on my dream, which is Anoma. And that kind of made me start working on Anoma, and now I can legally work. But the whole, yeah, so that was one of the biggest challenge, being not being able to work for a year, kind of losing like belief in whether or not I would be able to do something. That was something as an immigrant that I had to really fight for. And being a female founder, I think the biggest challenge would be when you go for fundraising. And I haven't gone for fundraising. I've been bootstrapping along with me and my co-founder. So we haven't gone for fundraising, but yes, it does get challenging in order for us to be able to take it seriously, especially being a beauty brand. It's very hard because majority of the people that we would be pitching are men, and they don't understand the industry. They don't they don't get why women would spend $30 on a lipstick. So it's really hard for us to be able to explain that. And I've got multiple different advice from different advisors saying that maybe you should have like different pitch deck that would cater to different kind of audience. So I think to be able to, like, no matter what, for the listeners, just believe in your product, believe in your company, and just keep moving forward. There would be few people who don't believe in your idea, but that's not going to stop you. You just have to find out whether or not this idea is feasible, and just keep validating yourself and not the people around you, I guess.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, I'm going to ask you for even more advice later, but I really think that is something that, yeah, they should take to heart. So you've obviously worked really hard to build Anoma to where it is today. What's one thing that you've accomplished that you're really proud of, or the thing that you've accomplished that you're most proud of so far, knowing you have a long journey ahead of you? But
yeah, like you said, we have a long way to go in terms of Anoma, but I think having amazing people to work with, I think that's what I'm the most proud of, because without them I wouldn't be able to reach where I am with Anoma. So my co-founder Anjana, she is extremely uh, she's a creative chief creative officer of Anoma, and she's an extremely creative person. She's added so much value to the company. And then my chemist Mrunal, who works from India, she's another passionate person who really adds value to the company. She works really hard to make sure that all of our products are up to quality, and the fact that she is so far away from the US beauty industry, helps us add a new, like almost new definition to the whole process. Because what happens over here with labs, it's just the same ingredients or the same formulations are just being recycled. So with Mrunal being in our team, it's helped us re-innovate the whole process of formulation. So I guess my team is the most thing that I'm really proud of. And then of
well,
course
I
audience.
love
Yeah.
I hope they're listening, because yeah, that's really great, and I think that it speaks probably very highly to you as a founder, because it always comes from like the people, and so yeah, it's awesome to hear that the people you're working with are doing awesome things and helping you build the brand. That it's not just you, right? That's awesome. So what advice would you offer to other early stage entrepreneurs? Maybe they've never started a company before, an aspiring entrepreneur just kind of dipping their toes in the water. What is your general startup advice that you wish you had maybe when you started?
um just just get out there and start. I think I wasted almost an entire year just doing market research and trying to figure out whether or not I should do it, because I'd be like, oh, maybe I should do it, and then the next day I'd be like, no, this is too risky. So I went on for like a year just kind of going back and forth whether or not I should start. And then early this year, Jan, I joined Founders Institute, and then there was no stopping me. It has always been like up the ladder from there on. So I think once you start, things are just going to fall into place. You're going to meet people. So from Founders Institute, I met with my co-founder, like because of one of the special assignments that they gave me. So I think you'll always have resources once you are 100% sure that you're going to start. And once you believe in yourself and you're completely in it, no matter what anyone says, it's not going to affect you, because you're confident about your product, your company, and you believe in yourself. So just start. I think just go ahead and start with whatever you want to be able to do. And I do get that financial stability might come in the way, but even if it's a side project, just figure out some time and just be able to start for your dream.
Awesome. I love that advice. I think it is, well, it's something we repeat often. I guess it's very much part of the
It's
Founder
very
Institute.
cliched, but I think that's what happens. Like, I have a lot of friends who have idea, and I just have to keep telling them, just start, just start. And I had my husband to do that. He used to yell at me, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that is true, I should just start. Like, so yeah, you just need someone to constantly remind you.
Nice. Okay, last question. Where maybe is Anoma headed next? If you have any big news or any updates to share with the FI community or any asks for our audience, yeah, what's next for you? What's going on?
We would, so right now our product Skin Splash is under pre-order, but we would be launching the full-size bottle soon. And we have new products coming up this year and next year. So stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and you won't be disappointed.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. And we'll make sure also that Founder Institute, every time you guys have a launch, like we're also sharing it out. So anybody who's listening, hopefully will be able to find it as well through us. That's all the questions I have. Sai, Menon, thank you again for joining us. I really enjoyed speaking with you.
Thank you so much, Justin.
All right.